to a new episode of Lights Camera Live. Now, this is actually going to be really, really exciting because just imagine what it would be like if you could increase your average order value by 100%. How freaking amazing would that be? I would be absolutely excited. So get ready because we are going to dive into the wonderful world of live shopping. This is everything that I've been teasing over the last month, and I'm super duper excited for you guys to come in and join because this is new. No one else that I know has been talking about this. So get ready because this is going to be a ton of fun. All right, so if you are just joining in, I am Stephanie Liu and I am the host of Lights Camera Live, where we shine a spotlight on the best and brightest marketers in the industry so you can take your business from unknown to unforgettable. And so today I've been so excited for this. I've been excited for this conversation because I've been chatting with my guest, I think since November. We've been talking about the evolution of live shopping and what's been happening and how content creators can disrupt what's happening in the industry to really take hold of their revenue. So I'm excited because we're going to be talking about how you can actually monetize your live stream, or if you have your own e-commerce store, how you can power that up with live video, right? And not only that, but if you are a remote live producer, because many of us are, you can add live shopping to your remote live producer offerings. So this episode is really for you. If you feel like anyone else is like, hey, I want to dip my toe when it comes into live shopping or live streaming, or I want to monetize my live stream, then this is the episode for you. I am so honored to welcome Helen Lam to Lights Camera Live this week. She translates numbers and observations to stories and strategies on a daily basis. Coming from the live shopping hub of Asia, she uses her expertise to decode everything live shopping from the East to tactics and action plans for businesses in the West. So this is going to be an amazing experience. I want to give a big shout out to those that are already here in the audience. Kay, it's so nice to see you here because you and I have been talking about this too. It's like, hey, if you want to learn more about live shopping, then this is the episode for you. So thank you so much for popping by. Really amazing to have you here. Tim Sohn, I know that you are a live video producer as well. So add this to your arsenal, okay? Because this is going to be absolutely amazing. So having said that, let me go ahead and introduce you to my guest, Helen Lam from Livescale TV. Hey, Helen.
Hi, everyone. Thank you
How
for
are
having
you?
me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm excited. So this is going to be a fun experience because I have been teasing Livescale to everyone. And the reason for that is because I've talked a lot about, hey, there's Facebook live shopping. You could do this and connect it to your Facebook shop. But then there's a lot of people that are like, but what if I don't have a Facebook shop? What if I have a Shopify store? And I was like, oh, let me think about that for a little bit. And then I had other people that were launching their own Amazon live stream shows. And then they're like, but I'm not an Amazon creator, so what else can I do? And this is where I think it's an opportunity to dive into Livescale TV. So can you tell them a little bit about Livescale TV?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically what Livescale does is we combine e-commerce, social media, and all kind of things into one platform. So what brands can do is like they can utilize live streaming to bring in the entertaining value to the audience, but at the same time, people will be able to make a purchase and shop together in this live streaming time. And the special thing about our product or like the whole technology is you buy exactly what you can see in the real time, and you don't access the experience because there are a lot of things happening. We have Instagram Live, we have Facebook Live, but whatever live that you have today, You go and you watch the live, and then you have to click, 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 a really long journey, and then you can make a purchase, even though you like really want to buy that thing. So then the conversion rate is not as great as it could have been. So our solution here, or live shopping in general, is here to solve this problem. If they want to buy a product while they're watching a live stream of you demonstrating a product or introducing your favorite collection of either skincare product or fashion items, they can make a purchase right away while they really want it.
Okay, you guys, you're probably thinking, but how does this look like? What can I actually do? So having said that, Helen came in for the win because she was like, hey, P.S., by the way, we have a promo video. Can you share that? And I was like, well, of course, because we have Ecamm. And Ecamm gives us that opportunity to actually play pre-recorded videos. So having said that, Helen, is it okay if I play this right now for us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everyone, hold on to your seats because this is going to be fun.
Welcome to Livescale, where brands can stand out and sell live. Most brands leverage video, social media, and e-commerce. At Livescale, we combine all three into a seamless, fully integrated white label solution that boosts your awareness, brand engagement, and sales conversion rate. From the moment you start with Livescale, you'll have access to a brand-owned dashboard where you'll have full control over how your brand looks and feels, even which products you'd like to sell live. Your unique event URL can be shared directly to your community, wherever they may be. Newsletter blasts, SMS, or social media. Be bold. Ready to maximize website traffic? Stand out by embedding your live shopping event directly on any website. During your event, benefit from Livescale's engagement features controlled by you in real time. If sales are your objective, Livescale's integrated checkout creates a frictionless experience. Orders occur directly in your e-commerce system, and the customer doesn't have to leave the experience once. No production team? No problem. Connect an iPhone, use multiple cameras, or stream from anywhere with your favorite co-host. Post-event, view analytics in your dashboard. Download a recording for later use, and just like that, you're standing out.
All right. Yes, that was fun. I was like, oh, there's a new video. I can't wait to see this. So here's the thing. Here's a question for everyone that is tuning in. This is for Amanda, for Tim, Mike, everyone that's in the crew. I would love to know, what was the last thing that you bought because of a live stream? I honestly can say that the last thing that I bought was this. The Switch Pod by Pat Flynn. I saw Luria and Ecamm talking about it, and I was like, you know what? This is actually something that I would love to have in my office because it's easily collapsible and it's super cool. How about you, Helen? What was the last thing that you purchased from a live stream?
Live stream. Well, that has because like I'm not an expert in doing any kind of skincare or kind of thing, but because everyone is at home, we're all doing self-care, right? So also we have a lot of clients that are in the skincare field. So while I was watching those show, like there was like question that I have that I asked a question during the live, and the host was super professional, answer the question that I have about my skin type and these and that. So then I just make a purchase for my skincare set for my isolation time. So that would be my last purchase with the live streaming.
Oh, I feel like the beauty bloggers I definitely have to be very weary of because I love everything that they talk about. And anything that's about like glowing, dewy skin, I am all about that. And even when I watch live streamers and they're talking about new gear, I'm like, oh, do I really need a Rodecaster Pro? But this is fun and this is really exciting. So for those of you that are just tuning in, we are talking about live shopping and the power of live shopping to really help brands, entrepreneurs, course creators, pretty much anyone that wants to promote a product or a service, how you could leverage live shopping. And so we played a quick clip for everyone. And so far, the response, Helen, has been amazing. Here's Amanda Robinson, who's a really good friend of mine, and she says, this looks incredible.
Send it all to our teams. Our team worked so hard on the video, and I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yes. And then we also have Kay. Kay says she hasn't bought, but she's sold over 4,500 on Monday night. So I know that she's really going to be interested in learning more about Livescale TV as well as live shopping. For those that don't know, Helen, how would you explain what live shopping is?
So basically, live shopping is an experience that is really seamless, right? It's combined live streaming video, social media, and an e-commerce sales. What I'm saying is, while you're watching a live streaming video, you're able to interact with the community or people that is also watching the live streaming video together with you. So you have the kind of entertainment and joy that you're shopping with someone else. And also it mimic a little bit of like a real retail in-store experience because via the live streaming video, you'll be able to have like instant interaction with the host. You can ask the question about a product and you can get an answer right away from the host as well. And then after you get an answer, you can make a purchase by simply clicking the product in the live video and then make a purchase without leaving and going a long journey to the e-commerce platform. So that's pretty much what live shopping is.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys caught this, but when Helen gave me the amazing demo of Livescale, I remember you told me that when people are leaving comments or when they have questions, you could actually put a star by them. So if you wanted to pull it into your broadcast, you could call it out. Is that right? You could just bookmark which ones that you want to respond to.
Oh, this one we haven't have it yet, but what we have, it's really cool. It's like you have like a question filter because when it's live streaming, you got like millions comments coming in, and then how can you, as a business, can spot the business opportunity and then to answer the question that will ultimately lead to a purchase. For example, if you craft your show as a sales and an ultimate objective this time, so we have like a question filter that allows you to really easily find out. Just take a look of all the questions that people have been asking in the chat. And then you can make sure that you don't miss those. And after you have handled it as a priority, you can just like toggle off and then you can see all the check and then do the interaction for the community bonding and building as well.
Yes. And I know that you guys want to see this because I'm a visual learner too. Helen will be screencasting in just a little bit to show you what it looks like behind on the dashboard. So again, if you know anyone that's interested in live shopping or if you're here because you want to know yourself, take out the pen, take out the paper because we're here to answer all of your questions. One thing that I found really exciting when I was speaking to you, because you and I met on LinkedIn. I'm telling you guys, LinkedIn is where it's at. Yeah, you were telling me that live shopping in Asia is totally a thing and it's changing the world. So I'd love to hear a couple of stats that you know from your clients because you work with some really amazing brands.
Yeah. For those that who don't know, I'm coming from Hong Kong. So basically in Asia, live shopping it's like really a big thing for years. So I can see how it is working there and how it's go from like nobody know what that is, haven't figured out how to use that to that's where I'm going to buy everything, right? And then so now we're trying to bring this into North America culture, North America market, Europe, right? Here's the things that we have a lot of a customer in different industry. You have like customer in the skincare, customer in the cosmetic, and then we get a lot of questions like, oh, so it's only for those industry, no? Because like cosmetic and skincare is just easy to sell on the video, and then they're always working for visual presentation, etc. But we also have a lot more other industry, like we have a food and beverage, we have jewelry, we have fashion. And I remember there's a really fun food and beverage customer that we have selling lobster, basically teaching people how to handle a lobster and then cook it the whole journey. That is like really, yeah. So we basically what Livescale cover is from lipstick to lobster, like really. It's really wide range that what you can do with live shopping. It's the matter of how you can get creative with it because the attraction is here. The fun is here with the technology, but how you use it and then ultimately trigger to your sales is something that the brand and businesses here need to adopt and learn quickly so they can get on the trend as soon as possible. But pretty much the whole package is here. People, especially in this isolation time, it's really like what people need, right? They need entertainment. They need some more information that is they can watch and enjoy at home. And live shopping
Yes.
basically like that.
Yes.
That's fun.
And I don't know who said this, but someone just said that they're getting hungry. When you said from lipsticks to lobsters, I was like, I'm gonna have to use that in a presentation at some point. And shout out to Steve Dotto, who is just joining the show. He says, have we gone from home shopping network to homepage shopping network? Steve, I honestly think that you're gonna love this conversation. In fact, someone had asked earlier, does Livescale TV only work for products like Shopify, or can it be used for service-based entrepreneurs who are offering consulting calls or packages, things of that sort? Have you experienced any of that with your clientele?
Yeah, absolutely. So we integrate with the Shopify and Commerce Cloud. So if you have these one of these two platforms, it's really easy integration. But of course, we also work with even though with one client that was doing I think was selling cooking kit set for baking a cake. And then they have like virtual class, for example. There's a new feature that's upcoming. It's like we allow you to sell your services on your whatever e-commerce platform, like Shopify and commerce cloud platform that you have. You can be like, let's say the live shopping event is you sitting in front of the camera and sharing your huge knowledge in marketing or in all kind of consultation service that you provide. And then people feel very convinced. They ask the question that they felt like you can answer the question, and then they decided to book your consultation hour, and you can have it as a product. Then they will be able to do it during the live shopping show as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. See, I absolutely love that. So I'm assuming that this is Tim who asked that question. I don't know why your your photo isn't popping up, but it sounds like that is an amazing opportunity. Now, Helen, you've actually worked with some really amazing brands. Let's talk about like who is embracing live shopping right now, because tomorrow is also Lunar New Year and I know that you're doing some really fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we work with a lot of, like I mentioned, we work with a lot of brands in different industry. And there's one brand that I always talk about because it's one of my favorite show. It's a Canada-based jewelry brand called Jenny Bird. So basically, that really amazing live shopping show have like close to 30%, 26% self conversion rate in less than 60 minutes. They sold like 282 product items in. And then the whole show is really simple, the concept. So the founder of the jewelry brand herself sit in front of the camera introducing the new product collection that she just designed and sharing the story behind in front of the camera with the really simple setup, just thought about authenticity, personality, and then the product itself and the story. So that show is like really, really good. And then we have also like big brand like Lancome, we have Kiehl's, we have Urban Decay, we have some fashion brand like Roberto Cavalli, that kind of brand. They also do different kind of production level content, but you can see like how brand utilizes is really as a really authentic touch within all the marketing properties that they have to have a really real-time interaction with their community.
This is so much fun. So, you guys, again, I'm smiling so hard because I've actually read these case studies and it's like, you got to be kidding me. Because the first time, Helen, I've actually done any type of live shopping was with my good friend, Master Chef Claudia Sandoval, and she was creating her famous tres leches cake, a 3-layer cake that she had served to Chef Gordon Ramsay. And it was a 3-hour live broadcast, and within 24 hours, we sold about 178,000 downloads of her book, pretty much. And so now when I think about Livescale and the opportunities there,
Yeah,
I think that's going to be fun.
live, right? The magic of live is like you see everything real time. There's no editing. It's just like the live webinar that we're doing. It's fun. It's exciting because everything is interactive at this moment, and you have to be there. And then that's why, like when you're there, you feel like I want to get involved because I make my time to be here as well. So actually, I wanted to share one show if you guys are interested in checking out. Like tonight, actually, it's a Lunar New Year. Not tonight,
Yeah.
we passed it. It's a Chinese New Year already officially now in Asia. But
Yep.
we have a New Year special live shopping event with Lancome. So I'm just going to share the link here.
Yeah, go for it.
I know what one of our coworkers, like Shen, our product owner, actually is watching the live. I think I saw her comment popping up for a second there. If you can help us to share the show with the Lancome tonight with the Lunar New Year special event with Lancome, that would be great.
Yeah, do you want to share your screen? And then if you want to share your landing page, then we could just throw it on the screen because that'll be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just pull that up for you guys.
Shout out to Dean who is watching from YouTube. So happy to have you here, friend. It's always a pleasure to have you. Yes, Dean, this is game changing. I think this is going to be really exciting to have all of you here. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are talking about live shopping and all the amazing opportunities that livescale.tv has to offer. In fact, if you have a Shopify store, then this is where you can actually go live and you'll have a dashboard that shows you how much revenue you're making throughout your entire broadcast. So that doesn't mean like, oh, okay, I'm done with my live stream. Now I'll hop into like Amazon Live and see if I sold anything. You could actually see in real time what's happening on the back end. And I think that's really, really exciting. So let's talk about this upcoming event that you have. Let me add this to the screen, put this over here. And this is what we'll do. We'll make this, there you go. Okay, tell us about it.
Yeah, while we have this landing page here, I'll just like introduce a little bit what is special about Livescale as well. Among all the live shopping solution, is really fully brand owned. So you can see that here is the brand banner for the show, and then they have that's just a themed color, right? Because Lancome color is a little bit more pink, but because of Lunar New Year, so they make the whole landing page red. And then this is pretty much the landing page that you have like a countdown, and you have when is the date it's going to join. People can add to calendar. They can share the event beforehand if they arrive on the landing page a bit before the show. And then so after when the show happened, they will have a reminder from the calendar invite, and they can join the show real time as well.
I love that there's a calendar invite. I've been trying to tell everyone, email, that's great and all, but I feel like if you could put this on someone's calendar, then it automatically blocks out that time. And even if they forget, even if they go on vacation, then it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, this is on my calendar. I can make time for this. What are we looking at here?
No, I just like while you're talking, just to show a little bit like how people can see, like this is a landing page of the event, right? But how can the business to put it integrate with their whole e-commerce store? So here's an example that how people can use the solution. My laptop is really getting tired with all the loading. I apologize for that. Let's just give it a little bit more time. I can talk by words for now. So one
Yeah.
of the things here is like, because we all focusing about the brand on the solution side. So when you have this solution, it's meaning that you can have this full experience integrated seamlessly on your e-commerce website. So one of the things that we provide, what we call that embed. So what you can do is like from the e-commerce website, there's a button, people click on it, and then the show will pop open overlaid on top of the website. So basically what you do is that you're boosting all the traffic back to your e-commerce store. So it's very different than, for example, when you have to promote a Facebook Live, because you have to boost all the traffic Facebook page. And in the end of the day, if that platform is not working anymore, it's not fitting your brand personality, you have to get off from that platform. All the efforts that you accumulated are basically wasted. So what we emphasize here is all the effort that you build, it's all sent back to your website, because this is a show that's in the event, a little social media platform that is all belong to you. Like
Wow.
I think there is a really, really great line that I saw from the comment earlier is like the homepage live shopping network, right? Yeah, exactly. Bam, that's your homepage. Everything that you're doing, they drive right back to your e-commerce platform.
Got it. Yeah, see, that's absolutely amazing. So having said that, let's go ahead and bring us both back on here. Let's talk about, add you to the right. There you are. Can you show us how Livescale looks on the back end? Because I feel like this is one of those opportunities where people are like, okay, I get it now. Show me how it looks like and how it's different from all these other web-based browser platforms. And because while you're setting that up, I'll take over the screen for a little bit, because I don't know if you've ever tried Amazon live streaming, right? But you have to like use your phone first, log in, get the custom RTMP. And if you're using something like me, like Ecamm or even Restream, you then have to plug it in there, and then you just have to watch the stream on your phone, which is kind of funky. So I like the idea of Livescale where it's all on your desktop. It's right there. You can use whatever live streaming based software that you want to use, right? It doesn't have to be Ecamm, doesn't have to be Restream. It could be StreamYard if you want to, but it'll totally work on that. So having said that, let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. Let's see. And then we will add, boop, there you go. Okay, tell us about this.
Yeah. So sorry, let's just give me 1 sec because my
No, you're
computer is
good.
not.
Anthony
Okay.
Samuel is asking, what's a CD? Oh, channel domain network? Oh, Anthony Samuel is asking, are you acting as the channel domain network? So is livescale.tv the channel domain network? Yes. I'll take over that question. Sorry, that was a really nerdy question. Yes, that means, Anthony, that the live stream doesn't have to go out to Facebook or LinkedIn. It goes directly over to livescale.tv, and then you could embed that onto your website if you want to, but it has its own landing page. Yes. Thank you, Steve. Content Delivery Network. Okay. Helen, let me know if you're good to go or not.
Yeah. 1 sec.
Okay. And for those of you that still have questions, by all means, go ahead and drop them in the comments, because Helen's going to go ahead and get this all squared away. We're talking about livescale.tv if you are just tuning in. Mike Alton is saying that's super convenient live streaming capability. Yeah. What I'm really excited about this is, as you saw earlier, we had like a 1-minute promo video of livescale.tv. And so when you're using something like Ecamm. You could do your pre-recorded videos, you could do your intros, your outros, even your testimonials, which I think would be very, very helpful to have. Great. Cool. If you guys have any other questions, please go ahead and drop them in the comments while we go ahead and get set up over here. Anthony, it's so good to see you. I feel like I just sent an email to you. Oh, you know what? For those of you that that was watching Showrunner, Secrets from the Set, I did announce the winners already for who won an annual pro subscription to Restream. So check your email, because if you don't respond to the email, then I can't give you the promo code for you to claim your prize. And also note that there were 4 additional winners who won the Unite 2021. So you're good to go. All right, Helen, you look like you're all set. Should I go ahead and prop you up on the screen? Okay, perfect. Let's do this. Of course.
Yeah, thank you. Really patient with me. So here it's our dashboard. So I'm going to be showing you how to create an event, because one of the things that we get a lot is like, oh, we have to create a live shopping event. It's a lot of work, like many steps. So I'm just going to show you that it's how easy that will be. So here, if you click create event, so basically we make the whole event creation become 3 steps. Once you install our app, let's say you're a Shopify merchant, you install our app from Shopify App Store. All you have to do when you have to create an event, you put here, let's say we're doing a winter collection. Put in your event title name. And then one thing about with Livescale is because the live shopping event, you owned it, which meaning that you can create whatever URL that fits your personality or that specific event's purpose. So here is a test. I'm just going to put winter collection as well. And then you can select the date and time, and then you're good to go for the second step. The second step is the branding part, because it's a brand-owned solution, and we allow you to put in the logo of your company that will show up in the upper corner here while people go on your website. Fabicon is your company logo. And then you can put your banner like the one that we saw from the Lancome. You can put whatever that fits that theme of yours. And then there's an invitation message. So what this does is like usually people go on the page maybe a bit earlier, so they want to know a bit more information or a bit teaser of the event, and that's where you can greet your
viewers. Yeah. So can you do like pre-recorded video, or can you really customize the landing page? Because for the Lancome one, it was just an image and then it had the reminders. Is there more content that we could put on there? Like, let's say a countdown timer?
Yeah, we actually have a countdown timer. Let me see, because we can, here. Because here we have a countdown. So when people land on the page, they will be able to see, these like 2 hours away. Actually, the Lancome store is 2 hours away. And then you can also toggle that off. So we provide different kind of widget that you can toggle on off for these, we call it the pre-live landing page. And then a little bit of preview is that we have a lot more feature coming on this page, and we have like a new makeover that's going to coming in the next couple of months as well. If you like keep following on our either social media platform or our website, you'll be able to see the whole new look in a really short while.
Got it. So the setup looks pretty easy. I mean, it's very intuitive, which honestly, you guys, you don't find that very often. It's very intuitive in the sense of like, here's your title, drop in your header image, and then you're good to go. Select the time and date, and then people they could add it to their calendar. Can they also register? Can you collect first name, last name, and emails?
Yeah, so there are various way of doing that. We see one of the example. One of our client is Vogue mentioned fashion brand. It's called Anjia Yama. What they did a really, really cool landing page. And then what they do is like you have to make a reservation for the event because it's a party. It was a summer party that's the new collection for the swimsuit. So you have to put in your email, of course, your name, etc., to get the ticket for that live shopping show. And what it does is you collect the email, and then you also have the email to do an e-blast right before the show. And then, so you collect email, then you can do an e-blast for the promotion. So these are 2 ways that they do for a specific dedicated landing page to collect the email. And while the show is on, they just simply change that page to the show. So that's the way that they're doing that too.
That is so cool. Okay, great. And then this was the part was when you're actually live streaming, you don't go there's no studio built into Livescale, so you would connect it with like an OBS studio or like a Wirecast or whatever it is that you want to use for live streaming. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can actually show you here. We have our own studio, and which is not including the streaming software today, but for now, a lot of our clients because you need to have a chat moderator or live experience moderator.
Yes.
That's go on to handle everything, because it's overwhelming enough to handle all these live experience moderation. If you have to also handle, let's say, OBS or other streaming platform at the same time, that will be too much, right? So usually what the brand they're doing is like they have two people to separate to do. One is doing the live experience moderation, and the other one is just focusing on the live streaming video. And here I'll be able to, I was in the second step for our event creation, but the next step is actually pretty simple. It's just to pick your product collection. So I would just like to jump to our studio to show you what the live experience panel looks like,
Yeah.
if that would.
Yes, please. That'd be great. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
And while you do that, we have a quick question from Steve Dotto, who's asking, do most shoppers view the stream on an app or in a browser?
In the browser, simple as that.
Okay.
Because like we all know there is a time that we all want to get an app, and then we arrive in a time that we don't want to download an app. Like I'm deleting my app from my phone. I don't know about you guys. It's just too many apps.
Same.
So
Yeah.
if you want me to download an app, it's even worse than like, when if you guys are marketer, you guys know when you need to do lead generation, the one more step can have increased like hugely the drop off for your form submission already. Imagine downloading an app. So we all know that it's a pain point for the end user side. They don't want more app on their phone. They just want the fun. So what we do is a web app. Basically, it's a browser that can open anywhere, right? From Instagram, you swipe up, you see the link, in-app open. You can already watch the live streaming and make a purchase right away as well.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. Shout out to Marco Novo, who you know from LinkedIn as well. Hey, Marco.
Yeah.
So good to have you.
Yeah, it was fun to talk to him as well about the live streaming.
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about live shopping, and we're actually going under the hood to take a look at livescale.tv. It's this new, well, it's new to me. You guys have been around for a very long time, but it's new to me in the world of live shopping. And I feel like the capabilities that Livescale has to offer is so much more advantageous versus your Facebook Live. And so if you have a Shopify store, then this is an amazing opportunity to dive in. What Helen is showing you right now is the studio, basically, right? So can you walk them through this a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Stephanie have mentioned, currently, if you want to push the video feed to Livescale platform, you have to use other streaming software like OBS or any kind that you would like to use. Larix is another popular one that if you use mobile to stream. But here is the live experience panel studio that the live experience moderator can use. So you can see here during each live shopping event, the moderator will have an access in the real-time analytics. So they can see how many concurrent viewers coming in, how many people liking, checking out the product, how many orders, and how many sales it means to you. And what is so important about this is, while you already master all the basic in your live streaming, you want to step up the game and then to do real-time adjustment. So if you see there's not many product view happening or order, maybe the people, it's a new viewer that's to the new live shopping experience and they don't know they can actually view the product just right below the video. So maybe then you have to give a hint to your host to actually introduce a little bit the UI or like this functionality to the audience. And you felt like, that is not working so much. Maybe you want to put in some pressure mode. So this is all the things that you can do when you can see the data real time. And for all the rest of the live streaming service that we can see today, they don't have these components. So it's really hard for them to do real-time adjustment when they can see already what's happening during the live as well.
Okay, pause real quick, because I feel like what you just said is super important that I really want Steve and Mike and, Kay, everyone that's tuning in. Helen had just mentioned that because you have access to the real-time dashboard, if you need to put more pressure, right? Meaning like, hey, no one really clicked on the call to action button. Maybe they don't know where it is. So tell the host, right? Tell the host, hey, click the link at the very bottom. Give them action clues that they could give to the actual audience so that they know how it works, right? Because if they're new to going to your webpage and shopping there, they might not be familiar from a user experience. So the better you have a host that understands the platform, that works great. When she's talking about the studio, what I find fascinating is for a lot of like these live streaming platforms, we're always like, hey, can I have a second producer? Is that possible? Because I want to have someone who is monitoring the questions. I want someone to, give feedback to the host and say like, hey, can you drop that promo code again? All of that is possible in Livescale TV. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to that, Helen?
Yeah, I think that's a really, really cool remark that Stephanie just made, because Livescale take care of different different tier of customer. We have like customer that is tier one, tier two. We have like someone that's maybe one man band. They're just doing everything on their own. And then it will be okay for them to just have everything in here. But if you're like a company with a bit of scale that you have a team, then you would like to have it separate, then this is also available on the platform as well.
Love it. Okay, great. Here's something that Marco is saying. He is saying, one advantage about doing it on Livescale is that your audience is more focused with no distractions from notifications like on social media sites. I love that. I definitely have to agree with that, because sometimes when I'm watching content on a specific channel, like let's say TikTok, right? It's on TikTok, and so I'm not going to get distracted by groups or notifications and all these different pings and dings and all that stuff. So I think having that opportunity is going to make it really fun. Now there is another question that we have here. Helen, Kay is asking, so customers watch you on a web page, not Facebook, correct? And the answer is yes.
Yes, correct.
Because as the producer, Kay, right? As the producer, as the host, you want to see if your run of show is actually driving sales. This is the part that I try to tell everyone is like, yes, having a run of show is nice. And when you have the real-time analytics, you could say like, oh, that hook wasn't strong enough, or that teaser wasn't good enough. So maybe we need to like play another testimonial. And you're like, oh, they really love the testimonial by Steve Dotto. Let's go ahead and drop that in there again, right? So that could be really exciting for you. Is there anything else that you want to add about this dashboard right here? Because this is so cool.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna leave it for you guys to go check out our website for details, because there are a lot that I can say, but I can give like a quick walkthrough Evans, like what kind of things you can play around with. So we have mostly three main things. So I already introduced analytics part, right? And we also have the engagement module, which is one of the things that our product focus and emphasize the most is the community bonding and activities that you can do with them. So we have like, for example, here, that's their poll. You can create a poll real time to ask question. Let's say today I'm doing a cosmetic tutorial. I can ask like, hey, so which color you guys want me to put on today? Should we go on the gold eyeshadow, or the silver one, or the pink one? And you can ask, and you can co-write the content with your audience. This is always something that I always emphasize is, what is so important and interesting about a live shopping show is you can co-write the content, or live streaming at large. You can co-write the content with audience, by asking them a question, and then you do what they want. And this is really important for you. It's just like what Stephanie is doing today. We keep looking at the comments, see what people is interested in knowing. Instead of me saying everything that maybe I think is the best for you, I should listen to what you want to know and then to answer your question. And that's the whole point. And we just make it more fun as a poll for the brand to utilize it.
That's so much fun. And so when you have these polls, then the host can act on it. Let's say after the event has been finished, can you then download the analytics from the polls, see who answered, and tie that to like a customer email or something?
So here, because we don't collect customer email at this stage, so you won't be able to see the answer tied to the customer email, but you do have the possibility to download the poll result. So let's say we see some brand actually use it to do like a fun market research in a really quick pace, right? During that show, so with these chain, do you like it more in gold or silver? So they can already know a little bit of the market desire, and then next time when they go into production, they will be able to choose the most popular one. But you can also do that in like newsletter, but people don't want to answer that because it's boring. It's not beneficial or interesting for them. But doing it in a live show, it's fun for them.
Do you find that aside from live, this is a curveball. What if I'm not selling anything, but I just want to take advantage of the chat and the poll features in Livescale? Can I do that?
I mean, of course you can. Basically, it's also something that I keep telling our customer. If you're going to have, let's say, 10 shows every month, and then 10 of them, they're all sales driven, it's not going to work. Like, I'm working for Livescale. I believe in live shopping, but I'm not going to lie, because it's not going to work for you, then it's not going to work for us. How you're going to use live shopping is just like how you're going to use all kind of social media platform. You don't try to get sales in every single one of this Instagram post. True. You have to do a lot of content that is providing fun, the value for the customer that is not just beneficial for the brand, but for the customer. Every now and then you have like a really heavy push for sales, and they will read the post because they love the rest of your content. It's the same for live shopping. If you want to do a sales driven as the ultimate goal for you getting on live shopping, it's okay. Do maybe 4 shows that is for interaction, activities, utilizing polls and different kind of things. And then once a month or twice a month you do like a big sales, and people will be there with you because you were fun the whole time for the rest of the show as well.
I love that. Okay, let me add this back on the screen. Oh, that was me. We're gonna move me over there. Okay. One of the questions that we had, Helen, is what is the pricing for livescale.tv? Is there a bare minimum that someone like, let's say me, has to invest in order for me to be there, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I'm going to take Shopify as an example because it's pretty simple and clear. You can also, if you guys don't remember what I just mentioned, you can also always go back and just search LiveScale on the Shopify App Store. We already live there. So currently we have one price plan that is 490. So basically that's all you have to pay. 490, you get unlimited show, and you can do as much test as you want, or internally or public wise. And then there is like duration for the show, and then you can just try everything. But what I can preview a little bit and tease a little bit is we're coming with new pricing. So we want to have different kind of pricing to address different kind of tier of a customer because they have different kind of needs. Maybe if you're like a premium brand, you want more dedicated one-to-one support. We have that enterprise plan as well. But we were like, okay, 490 probably is a bit too much for me to have my pilot series. We have a lower price point, or like simply your business, it just doesn't make sense for you because you can't make live shopping as your main tool yet. We have a lower price point that take care of that kind of that type of customer as well. And then when it makes sense for you, you can always switch to the other plan with more features available for you. So here are the three price point that we will have that is actually upcoming. That I'm just teasing it for you now for all type of merchants.
That's awesome. So is that pricing for just one show, or is that like a 1 month access or a year long access? Like, how does that work?
So the 490 is a monthly subscription fees that you can cancel anytime you want. And for the other of the pricing will be the same. It's a monthly subscription based on for Shopify merchant for sure.
Got it. Okay, great. Yeah. Kay was just asking the same question. Is that a one-time payment or yearly? So just if you want to repeat that one more time for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's like a monthly subscription fee. 490, you can do as much show as you want. And then if next month you felt like we're not going to prioritize live shopping this time, or simply, honestly, just not going to work for my business, you can cancel anytime you want.
That's interesting. So you could do month to month or just whenever it's going to be ad hoc. Do you find that, so when we were talking about like your episodic content, you're not going to be selling every single show. Do you find for your clients, because you work with a lot of high-end brands, do they drive most of their viewers to a web page on their website for just, hey, here's regular content, and then at the end of the month it's the live shopping series? Is that pretty much the strategy that they're doing at this point?
Yeah, we see a lot of the content is educational content. So they will maybe do regular show that it's inviting the internal expert to explain about the product. And then those that is not super sales focused, but I'm gonna be honest, is end up just getting a lot of sales because the educational content is just solving your viewers' problem, and they have a really well informed during the whole show, and then they're happy to make a purchase. So probably not that's not the original goal. That's they're heavily focusing on, but they get it as a result. And then we see brand like the one that's going to happen in the 1 hour, which is the Lancome Lunar New Year show.
I
Apparently,
can't wait to watch that one.
yeah, exactly. That's like a sales heavy show. So we have also a client like that have every now and then like a seasonal, really emphasizing in sales kind of show.
Got it. I think that's your coworker. she had
Yeah, then
Yeah, she had just dropped a link. That's for those of you that are remote live producers. So Tim, come back. This is where I find it's going to be really helpful for you to understand a run of show for live shopping, because it's going to be very different from what we do as like social media marketers, right? So this is an opportunity for us to learn how these homepage shopping networks, right? How they do their run of shows, what's working for these other brands. And if you haven't already, livescale.tv has a bunch of case studies. So you could kind of see different industries. Someone had reached out to me and she was talking about like she sells jewelry. Same thing, you could do that here. For those of you that are chefs, this is an amazing opportunity as well. Helen, we have a question from Anthony, and he's asking, would creators use their social channels for push efforts to a unique URL for each event, or would they have their own channel? That's a good question.
yeah, that's an amazing question. That depends on this creator is working for a brand or the creator has their own brand. Because essentially it's a URL link, meaning that you can paste it anywhere you want. And that's the best part about our solution. Because like if you're doing an event on Facebook, there's nowhere else you can promote it to but Facebook, right? But while it's a URL link, you can put it, let's say, in the LinkedIn bio on Instagram. You can put it on the button. You click the button, it open the landing page, right? Then you just promote that storefront or your personal website. So basically, this question is tricky because I don't know what kind of purpose you want to drive with this show, but you have the really flexible option to do whatever you would like with that URL link.
For the actual shopping page, right? When if I'm driving somebody to the web page, as an advertiser, do I have an opportunity to put a Facebook retargeting pixel, all of that good stuff, to just be like, hey, I know that they hit the site. Now I want to go ahead and retarget them later and maybe show them like a follow-up series. Is that possible on the back end of livescale.tv?
I love that question because you can tell how much experience you have in that marketing field. Absolutely. So what you can do, a quick suggestions is, let's say you build a landing page, you're doing a regular live shopping show, you do it once a week or like twice a month. And then you have a landing page that preview every different shows on that page. And then you can have the pixel on that page, right? You will know if people click that button because it's everything that you can configure with GTM as well. And then you'll be able to retarget people that is interested in that specific show. Maybe that specific show is about a specific skin type problem, let's say. Then you can do advertisement that is relevant to that skin type with that specific people that you can catch the footprint on the website. So everything is possible, again, because it's just essentially a URL link, right? So you can put it
Yes.
wherever you for your data tracking purpose as well.
Do you have, by any chance, this is going to be an interesting question, and it's okay if you don't know, but I'm curious if do you have any case studies, right? Like let's say for someone like Kay who has been doing live shopping on Facebook. This is an opportunity to hop onto livescale.tv. So, do you have any case studies or experiences with clients where they're like, oh, we're all gung ho about Facebook, and then they switched over to your platform and now they're seeing tremendous sales or a big difference or just user experience, all of that stuff?
I would say almost all of them, they switch from social media platform to us because many of our brands that get onto live shopping, especially with us, is because they notice how important it is to build their own property instead of just relying on social media platform live streaming, right? So there's
Yeah.
already that. They will come to us because they want their brand own the solution. And we already answered that question. But is it bringing more sales to them? I can show you an example for
Yeah.
again, one of Jenny Birch. They are like really active in social media, so their social media property, they're great. The community is really strong. They use us for the new product for the Christmas sales, basically the Christmas gift package as well. And you can see they keep coming back because the number is just scary, right? It would sound like I'm lying if I tell you, but that I know it sounds ridiculous. 60 minutes, you got like 26%, while the industry rate is what? It's like 3% for e-commerce, the average
Yeah.
rate. That is true. And it works because of everything that I've been sharing with you. You see the video here. This is Jenny Bird, the founder herself, that's telling you the story behind every new piece of collection that she just designed. And you love it. You love her. You love her collection. You love the product. And you click buy little button here. And there you go. You get the product. And I can actually show you how easy it is. You can see here, I click buy. I will be able to see my computer is just not happy with me. Okay, you can see the product.
It's okay. Yeah.
You can see the product description. Everything is here. Variant for product image, product variant, the quantity. You can select the price, the image, and then you click buy now, and that's it. Next step, you put in your shipping information, your credit card details. The things is in your bag. So it's that easy. That's contributed 26% of conversion rate. And that's
And
why, if you ask me, do they come back for that? Is it help them to bring a lot more sales than the million clicks journey back to the e-commerce if they make a post on Instagram? I would say probably yes.
the million clicks journey. I'm gonna have to use that in the million clicks journey. It is true because there are certain times where I'm like, oh man, I don't have my card on me or whatever. If I, let's say I watch Lancome, right, for the New Year's special, and I purchase something because I absolutely love their stuff. The next time they do another live shopping event, will my credit card info be saved there just to the ease of use for as a shopper? Or do I consistently have to be like, oh yeah, where's my card again? How does that work?
That's the great thing about technology, right? Now, when you fill in one time the information here, usually it's just already saved in the browser. right? So you don't have to fill it in again. And later on, if you use other sort of payment that is integrated with your mobile phone, it's even easier, right? So basically, what you have to do, probably the first time is a bit more difficult, just like any other service or solution that you're using. But after the first time, when the information is already stored there, everything is seamless and quick.
Got it. So here's a quick question, but we'll hold off on answering. It's from Kay. She says, do you know when you may be offering this for other e-commerce sites? I love this, but my e-commerce is with another provider. So before you answer that, I want to give a quick shout out to our show sponsor, Restream, for powering Lights Camera Live, because without you, we wouldn't be able to go live on multiple platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as YouTube. So for those of you who don't know what Restream is, here's what it is. Let's give it a second. The bridge to live streaming across all platforms has arrived. Restream takes care of the bandwidth and processing so you can focus on getting maximum visibility on your favorite platforms. To learn more, head on over to restream.io. All right, so now let's answer Kay's question about other shopping platforms, because we've talked about Shopify, but what if you don't have a Shopify? What if you have an Etsy shop or an eBay shop? How does that work?
Yeah, so if you have Shopify and then Commerce Clouds, like I said, it's really easy and simple integration. And for all the other platform, like maybe you're on Magento, maybe you're on WooCommerce, today we can't address that client right now, but it's in our plan to address them one by one. So what I can suggest is, like, please do go on our website and then send us fill in the form and let us know which platform you're in, because that's how we're going to decide which is the popular platform to go next, right? So I really highly encourage you to do that for us and for yourself as well.
Absolutely, because I feel like whenever you have like developers, right? Because developers will always be like, well, are people asking for it? Because if they ask for it, then it's going to be in the product roadmap. So, Kay, if you are using a specific e-commerce platform that is not being currently supported by livescale.tv, be proactive about it, right? Because if they don't know to build it. So this is going to be your opportunity to give them that feedback and really go from there. So, Helen, we've covered a lot. We've talked about live shopping, how it's taken off really in Asia, and I feel like brands in the US are still trying to wrap their brain around it. We've definitely seen live shopping just skyrocket in 2020 because not many of us were actually leaving our homes. So this is a really good opportunity, especially remote live producers. Tim Sohn and I, we produce shows for other brands. This is really important for us to say, like, hey, this is how I can use Ecamm, right, to produce a show, to do product demos and switch different cameras. This is why it's so much fun. P.S. By the way, for those of you that are asking, this is Ecamm Live, so you could go ahead and check out Ecamm Live. Just go down there. It's on Mac only, but if you wanted to use Restream, then that's an opportunity too, because Restream is pretty awesome and amazing. Helen, did you want to add anything else about Livescale? Because I feel like Livescale does some pretty awesome things.
Yeah, I mean, I've shown a lot about our product to you guys, so I think I will stop my sales pitch from here. But what I want to talk more is actually live shopping at large, because I know that people are not in the stage of which live shopping provider I should go for. It's even like really more on like, what is live shopping? How can I get into that? What kind of knowledge and information that we need or I need to get started, right? So I just want to say, if you have any question about live shopping, about live streaming, ask Stephanie because she's the expert. Yeah, if you have any question about live shopping, for example, you felt like I'm not production ready, right? I'm not technical ready. I don't have the knowledge for that. Like Stephanie have mentioned, remote live producer is your good friend, right? Because if you are not experienced, work with people that is experienced, because live shopping can be really overwhelming in the beginning, because you have to figure out the strategy, the concept, you have to arrange the host. You have to learn the technology yourself as a brand. How can you utilize this product function seamlessly and really nicely without being like really pushy during the live shopping show to reach the sales goal in the end? That's enough things and topics for you to focus on. So what I can recommend, if you're really interested in live shopping after this webinar, try to see later what kind of problem and difficulty you have today. If you can try to look for experienced people, hire a remote live producer to help you with the live streaming part and focusing on the concept part. And if you're like, oh, but how should I get started in the concept part? There's one site that you can visit that is academy.livescale.tv that we share a lot about the best practices, no matter it's the things that we accumulate, the knowledge that we accumulate with our client, or it's the best practices that we see from Asia, and then we know that we tested it works in the West as well. So they're always up to date information for you to get yourself good to go for the live shopping as well.
I just wanted to add that in there. Academy.livescale.tv. Tell them more about this, because when you and I had first started talking, we were like, hey, these are different, these are all the resources that you can use to really learn about this. And I don't know why Ecam's not letting me move this. Come on, Ecam.
Yeah, so the academy.livescale.tv, you guys have go to the website right now. You'll be able to see many different things. So we have tutorials as in like inspiration, what kind of strategy that you can have, how do you craft your first live shopping series. We also have production help. So if you felt like, okay, I feel like I have a basic knowledge about production, I just want to know if I'm like ready for live shopping specifically, we also have a production hub that teach you how to do really easy connection with the streaming platform. What are the best practices when it comes to video, audio, fit example. You have communication part. Oh, here, there you go. You have the communication teaching you, because we get the question, one of the most asked question is, oh, how do I drive traffic to a live shopping show while it's not lived on my social media platform?
Yeah.
We gotta get it work. If you want to build your own and own your own solution instead of keep relying on Facebook or Instagram, that it's not forever your site, then let's get to work and let's learn how to level up your game in bringing in traffic to your site, which is also to your live event as well.
And so,
And then,
quick question for you. So if I'm driving people to a web page, is there replay access for the live shopping? Like, I know it won't be considered live shopping anymore, but could they still potentially watch the replay and still purchase from a replay? Does that work?
So it wouldn't come with the shoppable components, and here's why. Because imagine if I today make the time to go to the show, and then I make the time to go to the show because there's special discount, and I can make a purchase during the week. You see, if I can always get this discount even though after the show, why would I make the time to come to the show next time, right?
Smart. Okay. Thank you. That was like the perfect answer. Hold up. I need to just... Yes.
They're really dynamic and fun.
I love that. That's such a good point. So, Tim, because I know that you're listening, as remote live video producers, when we're producing these live shopping events for clients, if they ask you, well, will they have replay access? Our go-to answer is probably, you want them to show up live, because that's going to be an opportunity for, it's another value add for them, right? It's like, I showed up live. I blocked out time on my calendar to be here live. So give me the promo code or give me the discount or whatever early access, because I'm dedicated and I'm loyal. So I find that it's going to be very helpful. Oh yeah, here's Marco. Marco's like, building FOMO. Yes. Yeah, I don't even know why the word FOMO didn't come to my mind.
Yeah, that's actually the proven as well. We see brand that limited their discount only to live streaming, they get the best sales.
Wow.
And that's pretty obvious reason why, because like if they don't get it now, they're gonna miss the chance.
Yeah, and so I imagine that if you're doing like a FOMO, your promo code would only be active for that 1 hour or however long the broadcast is, and then as soon as it's done, it's like, that's it, game over.
We see one that is fun. There are a lot of things to build that kind of unique incentive, because like, for example, Jenny, but what they did is like they have only the live shopping show available package or bundle, and you won't be able to get that specific product or that specific package with that price during outside of the live shopping show. And that works really well, as we can see. So this is the thing, many kind of be creative. Just find a way to reward your audience and make them happy. That's how you can get a happy customer, from a happy browser to a happy customer. Like what Stephanie is tagline for the webinar.
That's true. Here's okay. I had a question. No, to come back. It was such a good one too.
Okay, before Stephanie can think of the question, maybe I can share with you guys 2 more resources here that if you're interested in knowing live shopping, we have something called Live Feed, which is basically our global team in Livescale. They take what is the best practices in Asia, and then we decode it into action items for you guys, so the businesses in the West that you can start to do to get into live shopping or live streaming as a first step. So you can subscribe to this newsletter or like a webinar today. Actually, Stephanie is going to be our next webinar guest to talk about everything remote live producer, and that's like the Thinking Out Live webinar series that we have. as well if you want to follow that.
Yes, that's going to be a ton of fun. And if I remember correctly, I know that on the livescale.tv website, there's like training. So if you were a remote live producer and you wanted to get to know this livescale.tv platform better, you can, right? There's so many. Oh my gosh, hey, there it is. That's so cool. Hey. Oh, okay, I remember the question now.
Yeah.
When someone makes a purchase, right? When someone makes a purchase in the dashboard, does it give you a name so you could be like, hey, and shout out to Elijah who just got his hands on this new limited edition fill in the blank? Is that possible?
Of course, it's possible. I'm not gonna lie, we don't have it today, but it's just like Stephanie is just bringing in all our secret packs that's gonna come in the upcoming. I was just like, product is not gonna like me, but if not me, who say, right? Sorry, Shen. So this is definitely something that we have in mind that we're going to have it at some point because it's pressure mode, right? And it's also joy. Like I don't like to call it pressure mode. I like to call it pleasure mode because if you're shopping
Yeah.
with the shoppers in the live streaming show and then you see someone else get something they like to home, it give you fun, it give you joy, and you want to give yourself joy as well. So you're also gonna make a purchase. So of course, this
Yeah.
is something we have in mind that we're gonna have to.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because I have a lot of YouTuber friends where if someone does some type of like super chat, they give them a shout out like, hey, thanks so much for like supporting the show. And I think having a live shopping where you'd say like, yay, congrats to Mike Alton for getting your hands on this limited edition package or whatever it is. I think that's kind of fun because then everyone, it's that social proof of like, if Tim already has it, then oh no, I don't have it, right? It's an opportunity to do that.
As a small remark here before we all get too excited, because it's also one thing that us at Livescale that really cares a lot is the security and the privacy problem. Because like we all want to get like those really humanized feature or like pressure mode, pleasure mode kind of thing. But like when it comes to like giving a shout out to the buyer, you'll be able to give a shout out to have like anonymous buyer because of the privacy issue. Like we really want to make it as a really core of our solution is like this is where the trend is going. This is what the whole society is valuing today, and same as at life scale. We will continue doing all kind of pressure modes and things that to perfect our product, but still the privacy of your end user and you is still the core at value as well.
Fun. Okay, you guys, this has been a jam-packed hour. We're already over time, but this was so cool. This was so much fun. Helen, if they wanted to learn more about livescale.tv, can you just give them a quick spiel? And then, because I know they're like, okay, what do I have to do?
Yeah, sure. So I told you about academy.livescale.tv, but if you feel like I'm ready to get a demo, then you can please go to livescale.tv, even though you maybe not it on Shopify or on Commercial. Like I said, let us know because the more of you guys come, the faster it will be in your platform, basically. So in this livescale.tv website, which is mainly about product, you'll be able to see all kind of different features and then the outlook of our product dashboard, the end user experience, and all the details you'll be able to find there as well.
Yeah, that looks so pretty. I mean, compared to everything else that I've seen that's out there, this is so pretty. Helen Kay has a question. She says, can the customer also ask questions in a chat? And the answer is yes. So do you want to share like how a couple of your clients are currently handling that?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you missed the part of the live experience and moderation, maybe you can actually come to the website to see that. So here you can see the video here. People will be able to chat with you and ask the host question. And on the brand side, here's the brand dashboard. I don't think we have we don't have the studio here. For the brand dashboard side, the brand also have an official account that you can reply. If you are familiar with the social media kind of live streaming, you'll be able to know you can reply to that user, and we have that too. So the viewer can ask you a question, and you can answer them dedicated to that specific audience to answer their question. And one more thing that we have that is interesting that I think I didn't mention is actually we have notify winner. So if you're doing a giveaway setup, you can pick that specific user and then select them as a winner, and then you can collect an email to follow up with that as well. It's a 1-1 setup to get the email as well.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah, that was so cool. So for those of you, when you watch like any of my shows, there are a lot of times where I give away a prize. And so then I'm always like, hey, can you confirm your email? And it's this whole process, right? Because I'm like, did they give me a real email or not? And when you were showing me this, I was like, oh, wow, that's so easy because they're going to give you a real email and it's easy to contact them. Yeah, look, that's so cool.
Yeah, look at the fun confetti. It's really nice.
That's
so this is
awesome.
how it works.
When they get the confetti, is there like a sound effect that happens too? Like, yay! Like some type of, you won!
That would be fun. Sadly, no, but I got an even better answer for that because, like, there's a whole thing about the experience. No matter what is happening in front of the user, they're buying product or they're having email. Actually, the video behind the audios in the video, they're still going. This is how we create that whole atmosphere that the viewer never leave the experience, no matter what the second thing that they're doing on top of watching and enjoying the show. So they don't have the sound effect, but I'm gonna tell product. Probably actually that's a really great idea. But they definitely get the audio of the show from behind as well.
Yeah. I always enjoyed it when like the phone, like when I was playing like a game, I play mobile games, but when I would win, like Candy Crush, and then like it vibrates, it goes, "Zzz, you won!" Like I think that would be fun. All right. This has been so much fun. See, I told you guys this was going to be on a whole nother level, right? We're talking about taking your live shopping off of rented properties like Facebook and Amazon and all those other things, and now actually creating a dedicated web page where you can interact with your audiences, you could give away prizes, you could get real-time updates and analytics on your sales, which is going to be really amazing and fun. So having said that, Helen, this has been so much fun. I cannot wait to do a blog recap for this. You guys, if you have any questions, you could always find Helen, even on LinkedIn. Can they hit you up on LinkedIn? Sorry, I just threw you out there.
Of course. I mean, you guys see me on the Stephanie post on my LinkedIn account. Any question, anything that you want to know more, don't hesitate. Just shoot me a text.
All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for your time. Helen, you've been absolutely amazing. You like went all out with the screen sharing. Maybe they could get you like a new like laptop too.
I apologize. Thanks everybody for being so patient with me and my laptop. We're both a little bit tired, but we did it. We made it.
Yeah, well,
Thanks a
what
lot for
time is it
having me as
over?
well.
What time is it over there for you?
It's 6 here. I'm ready for my Lunar New Year dinner as well.
Yay! Well, Happy New Year to you, friend. So exciting to have you here. Everyone else, thank you so much for joining us. Steve, Mike, Kay, Dean, the rest of the crew, Elijah, you guys are absolutely amazing. Oh, look at this. Look. Elijah says, thanks, Helen. See, they love
thank
you. They love you. Even John. Helen is a master at sales and engagement. Yes. So talk to her. All of you live streaming people that need a guest on your show, hit her up, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Say bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Thanks.